Hey everybody, my name is your host, Calvin Logan with the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. Well man, it's a blessing, it's an honor for you listening to me right now. The Logan Power Show, we are nationwide, worldwide. We are here to impact the community, make a difference for all those that are watching us. Always look us up at www.theloganpowershow.us. We're here to come into your household to make a difference in your lives. We're here to educate, we're here to uplift. We're here to make a difference in this entire community. This nation will know that to God be the glory. Jesus is the way, Jesus is the reason for the season. Today is the day to donate to us. www.theloganpowershow.us. I'm telling you right now, you sow a seed here, Bible promise return on your giving. We're here to make a difference. We appreciate all that you do. Going on YouTube, checking out the Logan Power Show. Hey, like us on Facebook at the Logan Power Show. We got our own supporterships page at the Logan Power Show supporters page. Call us today at 843-697-5545. Finally, again, email us at theloganpowershow@gmail.com. Well, I tell you right now, we're going to trust and we're going to lean on God. This show's going to make a difference. We're going to make it happen, family, and we do it together. We're going to make an impact in this nation and across the world. This is me, your host, Calvin Logan, nationwide, worldwide, the Logan Power Show. We love y'all.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Logan Power Show. It's me, your host, Calvin Logan, live here in Favor Ministries here in Ridgeville, South Carolina. Well, I got with me, she is a walking testimony. She has her first book. I'm excited. Okay, she's one of the good friends of the Logan Power Show. Know her and her husband and her lovely little ones. She's the one and only While I Wait, My Journey Through Infertility. The one of Miss Anita Shaw. How you doing, man?
I'm doing good.
Glad to have you here.
I am happy to be here.
Amen, amen. Well, this is our first book, and I'm excited, y'all, because I know this family. Her and her husband are great people. They love their little ones now. They in love with them constantly. You know, definitely a fighting family, faith-based. So let's talk about this book, While I Wait, My Journey Through Infertility.
Yes, so this book is definitely a personal testimony of something that I went through. It's something that we don't want to talk about at all. When you talk about infertility, it's almost like a stigma is around that word. But my journey began with when me and my husband got married. We tried to have a baby, and we thought, all right, let's do this. And we thought it was going to be easy. It's easy for everybody that we've been around. I never had a second thought about it. We just figured, once we made our minds up that we could do it. And unfortunately for me, it became a journey. And so it wasn't that easy. And it took a lot of prayer, a lot of time, a lot of going to the doctors back and forth, and just a lot of prayer. And so I ended up having to get some assistance from the doctors. And the book is really just formed out of, the more I told my story about what I went through, the more people were excited about it, the more it helped people, and I figured I needed a bigger platform to get my story out there. As you well know, he talked about my daughter Abigail, and so my story ends with success. So it's definitely a story of victory, but I take you through all of the issues I had in my marriage. I talk about my husband and the issues that he faced with infertility, as well as just, what you deal with your family and your friends and the things that they say and the things that they should not say. I talk about Hannah in the Bible, because infertility is in the Bible. People don't talk about it in church at all, and I don't know why, because Sarah dealt with it, Hannah dealt with it, Rachel dealt with it, and it's in the Bible, and so we don't talk about it enough. And I think it has to be a conversation that we have, definitely in the church. But the more I open up about it, the more I found out that it's so many women dealing with it. And it's not just a black and white issue, black people dealing with it or white people dealing with it. It's so many people that have reached out to me from different cultures, different ages, that are dealing with this. And it's a real issue in the community.
Amen, amen. And her daughter Abigail is a sweetheart. Her husband's great people. I know that when you're trying to have a child, it's a lot to go. It's a process.
It's a process.
5 years 5 years. So 5 years of grace. So let you know this right now, they was working and getting together. And, you know, when you start talking to God, and you gotta say like, hold up now, we gotta have a conversation now.
That's right.
You know, I pray, and we, you know, you supposed to be hearing me now. We was on the knees praying, go to church. I give my tithes and offering, and we need to talk about this. You know, Lord, we gotta have a conversation. And I like that you were very transparent. You know, a lot of times, what we do a lot in church, people say, well, you know, life's great, but we never give our testimony.
That's right.
Now, I didn't know, honestly, God did not tell me, like, man, they going through this, and I thought, well, man, you know, people take process. You know, you got steps. You know, I know with my children, you know, wait a couple years, you know, because I need some space in between, and then next child come, and you know, but I would never have known if you would not have putting it down or taught your testimony. And you mentioned that people are going through. You mentioned the Bible. You mentioned Sarah. You mentioned Rachel. You mentioned Hannah. That people that had a lot of struggles, and I guess a lot of times when we read it and we like, oh, that's a chapter, or that's a verse.
Yeah.
But when you actually are going through it, it's a different ballgame. Now, when you were trying to have a child in 5 years, was there a part, you know, because I want y'all to buy the book, where you're saying like, you know what, forget it. I'm just gonna go through the adoption route. You know, God, you know, for instance, I must have done something wrong because maybe I messed up, or maybe my husband messed up some type of way that we displeased you, and now we want children, you don't want to give us one, and other people out here, they having children like it's water, but we can't have one. Was there any time when you saying like, you know, forget it, I'm gonna go adoption route?
I will say that there were times of doubt. But I heard the voice of God said that we would have a child, and I believed him the entire time. And for me, it was just a matter of when. Am I going to be 90 when you finally give me this baby? And so it was just really a matter of when. So I never stopped believing in him. And biologically, especially women, we have this drive. When you want to have a baby, it is something inside of you that it drives you to want. I couldn't stop wanting to have a baby because it's inside of me. This is what he put in me. He said, be fruitful and multiply. This is already something that has been commanded to me, my body to do, my body to produce. I have all the right tools inside of me. And so I could not stop wanting a baby. And so I did doubt him at different times, but I could not stop. It was something in me that could not stop. And so just like you said, you saw me, you couldn't tell that we were going through something because you're not supposed to stop living. No matter what you're going through, no matter what your struggle is, no matter what your testimony is, whatever you are fighting for, you got to keep fighting. And you should not look like what you are going through. You have to continue to fight and have a face of victory while you're fighting.
Amen, amen. Now, because me and my wife were, you know, we definitely got your book, and we were just going through. When you think about marriage, and you say to yourself, that part of marriage we like saying, you ain't telling me something, you ain't said nothing, you know, something you need to tell me. Have you ever got those conversations, you know, when you start preaching and teaching the word to people, and you say, well, you know, God told me something, and the spouse be like, you know, I'm not saying your husband is faith-based, great man of God, and he's always believing with you. But you always hear people say, like, you know, the wife or the husband say, like, you know, we're going to have this baby. You like, this year 3. So, you know, when you and God have this conversation, you know, just let me know, you know, because, you know, I've been reading this word, and you telling me, like, you know, those years start passing, and you see other kids, and you grab a hold of a baby and say, you know, damn, when's that happening? And you heard it, God telling you this. When you found out that you were pregnant, what was the reaction after the time when waiting on those 5 years?
I mean, you almost can't put it into words. I was excited. I was scared. It's almost like when you get that carton of eggs or you get that bread out of the grocery store, you don't sit those eggs with everything else. You don't sit that bread with everything else. And it was almost like I I almost went through part of my pregnancy as if I was carrying an egg, and at any moment I could drop it and something could happen, and I got to start all over again, another 5-year process. So it was definitely terrifying part of the way. Even though I knew what God said, it was definitely trying. Just even in my victory, I still had a part of it that was kind of unsure whether or not, is this the real one? Am I going to have a miscarriage? And that's another word that we kind of look at as something dirty, but women have to deal with it. There are times where people, they try and then they have a baby and then they lose a baby. And so that was definitely one of my fears as well. Did you take me this far just to have to take me through that? And so it was exciting, but I was also scared at the same time.
Amen, amen. And the reason why we want to address these concerns is that, I know a lot of times when you're going through the process, I know what it's like to lose a child. That was hurtful. I don't know anybody else. That was real hurtful. And I don't know about anybody, but losing a child, thinking after you lost a child that you'll never have another one because of something's wrong.
Yeah.
I must have messed up, God, maybe. And, I don't know about y'all, but as a husband, when the wife is going through something, you start pointing the finger and saying like, yo, it's something I must have done wrong, that I must have hurt somebody in my past. And I know I've had those self-doubts, like, I hurt somebody in the past, God, I asked for forgiveness, either that girl owed me something that I did back in high school or something. I talked bad about her or something. I hurt somebody's feelings. These are serious stuff. I'm being transparent. 'Cause sometimes your past, if you ain't got that stuff together, can come back and creep up on you and really grab a hold of you. The testimonies, when you preach now, since you've written a book, what's the fire feeling like now? Since now you got the book and now you walk this testimony, how's the teaching the word been for you now?
It's definitely been different. There's a level of confidence. And this isn't the first thing that God has brought me through, or the first miracle He has taken me through. So it just definitely fuels the fire even more. For my love for Him, my confidence in Him, and just to not be able to limit God in any way. I think sometimes we put God in a box of, what He can do and what He can't do. And I definitely say this fuels the fire. And, He loves me. I am His child, and He's willing to do anything for me. So it definitely puts more fuel on the fire and my love for Him.
Absolutely, absolutely. And for those that listen to me right now, I want you to be encouraged. Her book is very transparent. A lot of things that they go through, you don't normally put it on pen and paper. I'm just going to be straightforward with you. Sometimes these conversations, he's like, oh, that's for people that are in their 40s or something. You never say, no, young people like, man, please. We young, we vibrant. We supposed to be having like babies back to back. That's how it's supposed to be. That's your mentality. I supposed to have a child every other 2 years, and then next thing you know, I say, girl, it's done, it's a wrap. We're gonna cut the call. This is the case. Can you remember like one testimony from someone reading your book? What's something that someone told you that you said like, wow, I didn't know I impacted that person that type of way?
I would definitely say I had a young lady from New Zealand contact me once the book came out, and I don't know her, she doesn't know me, she heard about the book, she bought it, and she said she's been dealing with this for 6 or 7 years, where she hasn't been able to have a child. And she's gone to the doctor, and she went to her primary care physician, and she really didn't get any answers. And then I ministered to her. I was able to tell her, maybe you need to go see a specialist. A lot of times we don't want to go to the doctor when something is wrong. We do not want to go to the doctor. And there was doctors in the Bible. Like we have to get away from, if we have an issue, by any means necessary, you need to be able to go out and get help. And so, I encourage her, maybe you need to go see someone else. Don't give up. That's the biggest thing. You have to not give up. And I think just knowing that she was somewhere all the way across the world and she had gotten the book and she was encouraged by the book was encouraging to me.
Amen. Amen. Think about it. New Zealand, ladies and gentlemen.
Yes.
That's big time now. You're going across. That's when you know that God has some big plan for you. It's not just small, minute is huge. And you have to understand that a testimony is meant to first to test you, put something on you so that God can get the victory. That's the whole thing about a testimony. It's a test that's put on you so that God can get the victory. Otherwise, it would not be a testimony of how, He brought you through. So how can people get in contact with you?
They can get in contact with me. I am on Facebook, a.shaw on Facebook, and I'm also on Instagram and at @ashawbooks. And at Yahoo is a.shaw@yahoo.com. And you can contact me anytime. I'm available for talk. If you need me, just give me a call.
Amen. This book's available on Amazon. Definitely something you want to snag, grab it, put it into your local library at the house. Something you want to put in there. Final thought, person's watching. They're going through the same thing. And they're at the crossroad of this ain't ever going to happen, ever in my life. Or like they're saying they may be on year 1, or could be on year 10. How can you encourage somebody where all hope is lost? What can you give them to help them stand right now? Let's watch it.
I want to do something a little different. I'm going to grab this book for you. So on the cover of the book, there's some baby legs, and you don't see the face. But this little girl's name is Adele James. Her mother was told that she would never be able to have children since she was a teenager. And this little girl is about to turn 1 year old. And her mother believed the doctors that she would never be able to have children. Her mother heard my testimony, and because of my testimony, she went to the fertility specialist, and she got help. Her and her husband got help, and now they have an almost 1 year old. I would say don't give up. Be persistent. We persist in everything else that we want to do, our careers, in ministry. We do it, with our cars and our houses. Just don't give up. Be faithful, be prayerful. Prayer is the #1 key that I talk about in this book, but just don't give up. You have to be persistent. If you want it, you have to go after it.
Amen. Amen. Tell you, ladies and gentlemen, she's very powerful. She has a great testimony, something you want to grab every time when you put it into your Rolodex. Hey, so all the time I got. My name is Calvin Lowe, the Logan Power Show. Nationwide, worldwide, we love y'all. We'll see you on next week.
That's a take.
Over there.
Hey everybody, it's me, your host, Calvin Logan with the Logan Power Show. Well, I thank you for just listening into what I got to tell you today. I remember when I did this show, October of 2014, I was thinking inside of myself, television? Who wants to do television? Nobody's gonna listen to me. No one's gonna give me the opportunity. I'm not gonna get no viewers. There's not gonna be no blessings coming forth. It's a waste of time. Why would someone want to hear someone talk about a talk show? But then I caught favor. Honestly caught favor. God's been so good to me. Doors opened up. When I mean by doors open up, think about it. The Logan Power Show. We're nationwide, worldwide. But to be the answer that you've been looking for, you got to think about it. In today's society, you got nonsense, drama, left, right, north, south, east, and west. But we come in with a positive influence. We're here to make a difference. We're here to change how you have an outlook on life. Do you know how good it is for someone to give you an opportunity? I know what it's like for me. I've been given opportunities. People have opened their doors for allow us to film. People have allowed us to come into their homes, and it gives us opportunity to tell us how good we blessed them. How our voice has given them the actual fiber to keep it moving. I walk by faith. I want you to walk by faith. Come on to the show today. access us at www.theloganpowershow.us. Put your information down. Say, hey, Calvin, I want to come on the show. Hey, we couldn't do without your support. Donate today. Go to the site. Click on the donate button. Your seed, what you give, allows us to keep moving forward. Email us, theloganpowershow@gmail.com. Call us today at 843-697-5545. Hey, we got a whole bunch of different ways to get on the Logan Power Show. Man, we got LinkedIn. Hey, get us right now, the Logan Power Show. Hey, you know what we got? We got YouTube, the Logan Power Show. Hey, we're making a lot of strides across the actual globe. People are watching us. They're paying attention, y'all. Hey, Facebook, the Logan Power Show. We're creating something also. It's called the Logan Power Show Supporters page. It allows people to talk about what's going on in the community. We're not here to be silent. We're here to be that voice. The voice is going to rise up. I believe for social injustice to change. I believe that we need to stand behind our leaders who are making a difference. We can't be quiet no more. Make an impact in your community. You don't got to be the pastor. You don't got to be the community activist. You don't got to be the business owner. You can be at your home. Open your door. Look outside. Tell God, hey, Father, right now, tell me, how can I make a difference? I want you to make a difference. I want you all who are watching me right now to come and get connected with us. Hey, this is me, your host, Calvin, the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. Hey, we love y'all. Appreciate your family.
In times undefined, we can still have rain or shine. And though I've signed away my sign, I still can't underline the purifying, broken down mind of a soldier. On the ground because his light signed on the dotted line to never leave his kind behind, but landmines for those unknown. I'm fine, I'm just trying to figure it out. Rain or shine. Not a statement, but a question. No verdict, here's a selection between forever and eternity. The fire without and the burn in me that slowly turns but learns with speed. Rough lessons that are lived, unable to leave with ease. See, we shoot for the moon, but we land amongst stars. But tell me, what happens to that star when it loses its spark and all things fall apart that brings memories to the start of existence? You still with me? See, I have an explanation that could change the nation and make a statement, so stick with me. Rain, considered as the start or symbolize the beginning. Shine, to guide us through life or show us life's true meaning. Rain complements the shore. I know what rain was meant for, but it means more than just the 4 letters that are shown. Rise again and no one, but most don't look and condone and rebirth. And shine makes it aware to our eyes and reminds us that love is by our side, some to save and surprise us, show hunger and nothing evil, but conceive what's inside us to bring out our new light and believe what defines us. So what really defines us? A reminder from what's behind us, rain or shine. I say rain and shine because through the sight of what I find, I notice in every step within the storm, and I don't mind to say that through my shine I find rain, but after rain, another shining day. So whether it's a peaceful battle or a battle for peace, whether you eat to work or you work to feast, whether you blow me off or come to see, I will never cease what I plan to be because my gift is mine, well defined and divine, and you have to know that you can make it through your rain and your shine. My name is Keith B. Words to be heard. You can contact me on all social media sites, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter at official Keith B, OFFICIALKEITH B. Email me at WORD2BHERD1 words to be heard at gmail.com, and we was live right here at the Logan Power Show. Keep it locked.
I'm a 13-year military veteran. I'm a family man, got a lovely wife, Jamie and Logan, got 3 beautiful kids who keep me vibrant every day. When I started this show, I was thinking more about my family, doing a business. You would think about a ministry. You would say, well, God, not now, not this point in my life. I want to just focus on taking care of your wife, taking care of your kids. But the opportunity came. Start a television show. Make a difference. Get involved in the movies, TV series. Get involved with what you're doing. The Logan Power Show. It's a family environment type of show. We want you that 5-year-old that likes watching all the cartoons, we're gonna speak to you. That person who's 99 years old and say like, hey, you've forgotten about me. I'm speaking to you, and I got everybody in the middle. This is a family show where we're going to enlighten you. We're gonna give you what you've been looking for. Man, something I can turn the television on and I can see something that's gonna reflect on how things are going on. There's no drama, but it's solutions, real solutions. We're here to make a difference in your home. Check us out, www.theloganpowershow.us. Call us today at 843-697-5545 or email us at theloganpowershow@gmail.com. Hey family, we know right now, but we walk by faith, not by sight. So I'm walking by faith, not by sight. The nation is looking, the world is watching. They're gonna remember this name, Calvin Logan, with the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. They're gonna know that we made a difference. They're gonna know that we're here for you. We're gonna speak to everyone in Capitol Hill. Hey, we'll have a voice. We want the people to understand we are with you. We have boots on the ground. We're gonna be your first person. We're gonna talk about what's really going on in our community. We're gonna uplift those businesses and say, you know what, I'm not getting an opportunity. We're gonna talk to those community activists and say, hey, no one's really talking about what's really going on. We want those pastors, those leaders to have an option to talk about what we're really doing and making a difference. We want those people who got a voice to sing and can rhyme poetry. We want people who got a story to tell. Come tell about how good life has changed you. We want to know about what you got going on, family. Go right now. Trust me. www.theloganpowershow.us. Put your information in, contact us. We're humble. We already know we come from small beginnings, but hey, we come with a mighty fist. Hey family, we understand this is an opportunity, but we want to fulfill and make your dream come true. Let us, for instance, take your vision and run with it. All right, family, this is me, your host, Calvin Logan, the Logan Power Show, nationwide, worldwide. Hey family, I love y'all. See you soon.